Well, the Kitchen at Billings Forge is a farm-to-table movement that is creating opportunities in one of the most economically challenged communities in our nation. 30% of their employees come from the Frog Hollow section in Hartford. And joining us today are Carrie Morrical and Natasha Saiz. Ladies, welcome back. Great to have you.
Thanks for having us.
And we talked with you in the open of the show a little bit earlier about what you do at the Kitchen at Billings Forge, and it really is about empowering the community, right, Carrie?
Yes. We try and engage our residents in everything that we do. We have a program with the Boys and Girls Club. We do enrichment classes for the kids so they can sign up for these classes. They do everything from dance to art to cooking. And we also offer classes for adults so they can come in. And we have our garden, community garden, and they can help out with that. And they get to utilize all the products that are grown there. And
that's what you're doing, Natasha. I mean, you turned an internship into a job. Now, you said you wanted to go to culinary school, right?
Yes.
So you did that, and then what happened? You called them up for an internship?
Yep. And then a couple of months later, I got hired.
How does it feel?
Good.
Good. Are you living the dream? You doing what you wanted to do?
Yes, I am.
All right. Sounds good. Now, tell me this. You all bake the bread, and you're responsible for baking some of the bread, right? That's kind of hard.
No, not really.
No, not really. Look at it. Look at it. She's popping her color a little bit there. So tell us again what you're going to teach us to make, ladies.
We're going to be making a sugar-crusted rhubarb cake, which Natasha is going to make for us. Ooh. And we are also going to do a stewed rhubarb. And it's served over ice cream or custard, or you can even spread it on a sandwich.
Natasha, walk us through the ingredients that we're going to need to make this beautiful cake.
Here we have cake flour, brown sugar, cinnamon, salt and baking soda, butter, 1 egg, and here is milk, vanilla, and oil.
Okay, now do you want to go ahead and start combining that for us? And then is there any special processes she's going to actually do? What are you going to do there? Just throw it all together?
You have to combine all the dry ingredients first.
It prevents lumping.
Oh, okay, well, good to know. I see, I didn't know that, though, Carrie, so that's good.
And one thing with the milk, it's supposed to be buttermilk, and if you don't have buttermilk, all you do is you take regular milk and just add a teaspoon of vinegar, and it sours the milk.
Wow.
And it adds a nice little tang to your product.
Now, Natasha, what are you doing there?
I'm mixing all the dry ingredients together.
Okay, perfect. So while she does that, can you walk us through this rhubarb? You said this came from your girlfriend's farm?
Yes, this is rhubarb that was picked yesterday afternoon at Windy Crest Farm in New Hartford, Oma's farm. And she has raspberries and rhubarb, and it's wonderful just to go. It's a very, very tart, I don't know if it would be, it's considered a vegetable.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know who decided that it would be good to eat, but once you add stuff to it or use it in like in a cake, it's wonderful, or pie.
So how do we get going with this? Because this is really tart by itself. Yes, you didn't lie about that. Okay, so what are we going to do there?
So you heat up your pan.
Okay, we're going to heat that up.
And you're going to add your rhubarb.
Okay, so you don't need any butter in there first or anything, right, Carrie?
No.
Okay, so let's add
So you add your rhubarb.
All right, sounds good.
And you can use rum. That's what I prefer. I like to use a white rum in it. And, this is right there.
Oh, wow.
We pour that right in, yep.
Yeah, be real careful with that. Okay, rum.
And then usually I add a cinnamon stick, but I forgot to bring one. But you take a vanilla bean and you scrape the inside of the vanilla bean to get all the good stuff.
Oh.
And you put your whole vanilla bean right in there.
How great is that? Okay.
And then you add your sugar.
Okay. How much sugar are we adding here?
This is about a half a cup. It depends on how sweet you like things.
Okay.
That just depends. And that's just a little extra liquid, which we're going to hold off on.
Okay. So we'll let that cook?
Yep.
Okay. Now what do we want to do? We want to let that cook down. That's the idea there?
Yes. We're going to let that basically come to a boil, and it'll break down all the fibrous parts of the rhubarb.
And then at what point would you add the brown sugar?
That's just a little extra sugar to for your taste. Some people like it really, really sweet. Some people don't. So.
Okay, we like it really, really sweet here on the Connecticut Style Set. We've had about a minute or so left. So Natasha, walk us through the rest of that really quickly if you can, because I know we have the finished product, but I want to show our viewers what you did.
Well, I mixed up all the dry ingredients. Now I'm mixing up the butter.
Okay.
1 egg.
Okay.
And the oil, the milk, and the vanilla.
Perfect. And at that point, you would just would you blend it, or would you just mix it up a little bit more?
Just mix it up until everything's mixed up.
Now tell us the process. We would get a non-stick pan or what there, and we would cook it at what temperature, or bake it at what temperature?
350.
350. And how long do you think there, Carrie?
It takes about, if you put it in a 9 by 13 pan, it takes about 45 to 55 minutes to check it, because everybody's oven is different, and you never know. You can just stick a knife in. When it comes out clean, you're done.
And this is a finished product there?
This is the finished
product. And folks at home, this is what it's going to look like when you finish. You brought that to a boil. Fast forward and tell us what we would do next if we wanted to top off some ice cream that you brought.
So you're going to let that cook down until it gets nice and soft.
Okay. And then we have this here, and then you're going to put that on vanilla ice cream?
Yep.
Okay. I believe you. I take your word for it. And really quickly, before we close out of this segment, I want to let people know that the Hog and Grog is going on. You've got that event June 15th at 6 p.m. on Tuesday at Firebox Restaurant. Is that right, Carrie?
Yes.
Okay, and tell us about that quickly.
It's all you can eat. It's beer and a pig and all the fixings.
Okay.
And it benefits Billings Forge, all the activities we have for the residents of
Awesome.
Billings Forge.
Enough said, folks. If you want to log on to our website, we encourage you to do so to get the information or try out this wonderful rhubarb. WTNH.com. Click on Connecticut Style. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank
Much
you.
more coming up.